Remember. That's gonna be a response anytime you talk to me. I'm serious. Anytime you talk to me, that's gonna be a response. Because I don't care. Stop talking. Shh. Unless you find me at Wankel Survey, you're gonna have to be quiet. Why is it unavailable? Why is it unavailable? Why is it unavailable? Why is it unavailable to restock ammo here? What? Why? What? Are you? You know who I am. Let me sell my polymers. Right, I remember I was a trading ship. Deliver 2 units of indium. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't really want to do that.
Okay, and they definitely stole from No Man's Sky. 100%.
What do you mean?
If you play No Man's Sky, you'll see it.
It's spelled INDIUM.
No, I'll tell you. I won't tell you. I mean, you have to see for yourself.
Okay, I don't care. Cool. It's a career job. I don't care about your career jobs. I do not want to source advanced medicines. I'll always just run out of problems. I don't want to kill a pirate. Oh, that's nice. A pirate that had enough bounty to pay off all my debt was chasing me, and I didn't kill him. It's pain. It's pain. He jumped out at 12% hull 12% hull strength. I hate him so much.
Say Spain without the S.
Say what without the S?
Say Spain without the S.
Pain? What? Okay, and I'm just gonna ignore you forever. Does it sound like a good idea? It does. It does, actually. Alright, let's do the indium, I guess. That's 16 light years away.
Where do you find the indium in that game?
I don't know. I'm not a miner. I'm not a miner, so I don't know. There is mining in this game, but I don't do any of it because I find it extreme. I would find that extremely boring to a point where I'd want to remove my ears and eyes and nose. I'd have to go back into Imperial territory, which I don't feel like doing.
Imperial territory.
Well, I literally am right outside of it right now, and I don't want to go back in. I really don't want to go back, because I have like 1 billion bounties for me on Imperial territory that I don't have the money to pay off.
Does not have the best method of hiding his identity. He doesn't change it up how he is exactly the same. Like, he just wears a suit.
Yeah. I mean, no one's gonna think. Yeah.
And it's very good.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he hasn't been found out is really strange. I mean, he's always late to work, which is supposed to make you think that he's not the Flash, but then he's probably gonna be the Flash anyway, because, well, you know. Alright, let me go sell these things that you're not gonna want. What did they they just say bugger off for no reason. Bugger off. Bugger off. What are you listening to?
It's a meme that says British rappers be like.
It's not wrong. That is what British rappers be like. That's what British rappers. That's what British rappers be like. Can't do it. Alright, come on, let's go. I know my engines are engaged, you brain panini. You ever sneeze and almost bite your tongue off. That was fun.
Sometimes when your nose runs, it's nuts, not it's the brain fluid to release
That's good.
pressure on your brain.
That's always nice. So, technically you can drown on your brain then. I'm muting you. Stop. I like how you forget that I'm streaming and I don't want to hear that. Are you done playing it, trash? Well, I don't care. I'm just gonna kick you. Okay? And? Doesn't mean I don't want to listen to it either. It means I don't. Cause you're annoying. Do I have to go on the other side of the sun? Great, okay.
You're not giving yourself views.
What? This is stupid.
You're not giving yourself views. You can give yourself like 20.
Okay.
I mean, I would, but...
Okay. I didn't remember caring. Boom boom. I have one whole viewer. Probably not actually real. Oh well. Too bad for me. I don't care. Would I like to have people looking at me? Probably. Do I care if people aren't? Not really. All it does is just be annoying to me personally, but okay, and that's my existence, not yours, really. Okay. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Alrighty. Boom boom. Gotta get close to it, and we're gonna have some heat problems, but it's okay. Alright, that should be good for mild placement. See where we're going now. We're back in Imperial territory. Unga bunga, everybody. Alright, I'm already here, so we're gonna go and look at the system map. Where I need to go. Which is this awful place right here. Great, my favorite. Boom, boom. Probably. No, you're not. Non-descriptive cow. Huh. I wonder who that could be. Why did you get... No, seriously, listen. Why did you get your mom's account to post on here? Seriously.
What?
You got your mom's account to post on here. That's funny. You go on your mom's YouTube account. That's funny. It's very funny, assume.
I don't think my mom has a Google account. What do you mean, my mom's account?
No, that's funny. No. That's funny. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, a rye hub. Great. Uh-oh, that's not good. Come on.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know. Just out of distance, oh well. Circle around for another try. Okay. Every time I see this person's name, I just see nondescriptive ow. That's funny.
What person's name?
Don't know. Their name is nondescriptive cow. It's a funny name. Your name is just an insult to themselves.
The game. How did you find people?
No, it's someone on my stream.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at the... laughing at their awful name. It's just a fun one. Where I gotta go? Probably. Boom, boom. Why am I going backwards? What? What? Right here. Do the auto dock. Thank you for actually working. That's good. That's good. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. I can't really, I'm kind of stuck at home, so I can't really get a life, so give me a minute. Let's go share.
Rest.
Let's go view comments, options menu. There you go. See, unfortunately for you, I can just mute you, so now no one can see anything you sent. That's funny. See, I know that's you, Sim, because you're the only person who would say be mad in the entirety of life. That, or you found someone as idiotic as you, which is very difficult to do. And if you did, I'd probably somehow applaud you. No, I wouldn't, actually. I wouldn't applaud you. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What?
Don't worry about it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to assassinate any of those people. That's a great courier job. I'm taking that immediately. That pays off all my debt in existence. Okay, sure.
I have a video on my homepage of a guy catching predators. I feel like it's fake though.
Maybe.
A lot of those videos are fake.
Well, yeah. Alright, let's do it.
Film Theory guy, Film Theory made another
FNAF video as usual. They made a FNAF one on
There's no full these outfits.
Alright. This guy spammed 18 comments. Why? And it's funny, because they're not going to be able to be seen by anyone or anything. So, he just wasted his time. It's funny.
See what?
This person just wasted their time. And I find it hilarious.
Oh.
Oh, it's anarchy. Ew. 2, 1.
You're live streaming, right?
Yeah.
And there's a person talking to you know, I could like click on the live stream like after you ended it and look at the live chat.
Oh yeah. I guess that can be seen that way, but that's 18 messages. So, oh well. I'm just dying at the fact that they wasted their wasted a good 20 minutes on trying to mess with me. It's funny. Three, 2, 1, engaged. With enough Google accounts, you could give yourself $1. The daughter?
No, the baby's the daughter.
So the daughter, yeah.
His eye and then giving it to him.
Good. How old is she? Like 1 second old?
Looks like it.
Ah, good. Charging. Imagine having the name nondescriptive cow. Seriously, it just sounds like you're an insult. You're calling yourself fat. Yeah, it is. Probably sounds a whole lot like it. It just sounds like you're calling yourself fat.
How?
How? What do you mean? Cow is an insult for women.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It's an insult to women, calling them fat. Usually moms. The mom's a cow. You should be referenced with that one a whole lot, considering it's literally every time Cody's mom exists. The entire planet calls her fat. So. Moo moo, I eat goo. I do not care, so. Oh, I'm getting a lot more from this one, ain't I? I am, yes I am. Nice. That was a lot faster.
This stream is boring. The most unboring part about it is this cow bat.
Probably. That's bad. Please don't blow up, ship. I don't like when you do that. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Oh no. 3, 2, 1. Engaged. Anyway, now that that's done and also dusted. Got my feet. Yeah, I know. Discovered Zhuang. Nice. Let's get a D-scanner. Do a general thing. Scan 5 celestial bodies. Alright. Transit drive charging. Yeah. Three, 2, 1. Engaged. Awesome. Should play Borderlands at some point. The price hike, well. You know it's a good idea.
If you get Warframe, I'll start playing, and play a game.
That's not a good deal at all.
Yeah, it is.
It's really not. Warframe's hot garbage. Just how it is. Alrighty. Getting more. Let's just get some fuel up here real quickly. Let's slow yourself down just so we can max it out as much as possible. There you go. Jake, KSI is not funny. I think you know that. It's not even a think, I know you know that.
Molten gold, practiced around the world for hundreds of years, notably by you would first be restrained, or mouth forced open. Melted gold would be poured down your throat. This resulted in multiple organ failure, blistering of the lungs, and asphyxiation. Fuck that.
Morbid facts. Part 99. A few days before he was assassinated, President Lincoln told several people about a dream he had. In the dream, Lincoln saw a soldier standing beside a casket, and he could also hear people weeping. Still dreaming, Lincoln asked the soldier, "Who's dead in the White House?" The soldier turned to him slowly and replied, "The President." In the late 1980s, a woman went on a vacation getaway where singles could meet other singles. She quickly thought she had met the man of her dreams and decided to sleep with him that night. When she woke up in the hotel room the next morning, the man was gone and there was a small wooden coffin on the table next to her. Inside was a note that read, "You are now HIV positive. Welcome to the world of AIDS."
Welcome to the world of AIDS. That's creepy. That's a demon baby right there. A demon baby.
Some morbid facts that you didn't know about the bombing of Hiroshima. Many people people who witnessed the nuclear blast firsthand were blinded instantly. Some were even left with permanent atomic bomb cataracts like this one. When the bomb was dropped, the blast was so powerful that it permanently burned the shadows of objects and people into the ground. Some Hiroshima survivors eventually grew black fingernails like this one. These fingernails contained active blood vessels and bled profusively when they broke off. If you're a certain distance from a nuclear explosion, you won't die immediately. Instead, you'll get third-degree burns all over your body, and your nerves will be killed so fast that you'll barely
Listen,
even
talk
feel
about
it.
that. It
This
sounds like he's
happens
trying
to a
to
lot
be
of
chilled
people in
with that.
Hiroshima. And when rescuers would grab their arms to help them, their skin would slide off just like a glove.
Ah, yes, just like the glove. It's not Area 51. You're just being annoying. Detroit, Michigan.
X-Files music.
No, Asim. You're stupid. Don't worry.
No, I meant that.
No, you're not. Asim. That was X-Files music, but what he was playing, it was saying it was Area 51! Wasn't Area 51. It was just some dirt in a desert. Just because it's a desert with a car in it does not mean it's Area 51. What? I could literally go outside and say, oh, I live in Area 51, guys. Hey, let's go. Pretty cool, right? I have to wait 30 minutes for me to get to this area. That's annoying.
Good.
Unless it...
There's no like fast travel in that game. Oh, bad.
No, this is the fast travel.
Oh.
Yeah, to get from system to system without it, it would take literal years. Instead, it takes seconds, which is nice. It's not gonna actually take 30 minutes, it might take like 7. It's dropping very fast. It's now 28 minutes, and it's only been 10 seconds. I'm increasing in speed, so.
I don't think so. I didn't. But when did I ask? I gave you more.
I'd like to introduce you to my friend. His name is Nikolai. He's a good little devil.
That's good.
It wasn't cringe jokes.
It's the second biggest airport in the world, despite being ranked
Cringe
20th in
TikTok.
air traffic. It was way behind schedule during construction, and the final cost was $2 billion over the original budget. So what did they spend all that extra time and money on? Allegedly, some of the construction workers said they built 5 multi-story buildings underneath the airport, as well as an elaborate tunnel system. So why did they build it? Well, there are 3 popular theories. 1, they're the headquarters of the New World Order. 2, they are FEMA concentration camps waiting to be used. And 3, they are doomsday bunkers for the global elite. In 2011, a potential doomsday-sized comet named Elanine was supposed to hit the Earth, and on that day, President Obama just happened to be in Denver. There's also a capsule...
On that day, he just happened to be in Denver, Colorado. Yeah.
Displays the sonic symbol and gives thanks to the New World Airport Commission for building the airport. There are many murals from the airport which separately depict the New World Order taking over after a doomsday event. Not to mention the giant blue horse statue named Lucifer, which many people believe represents the 4th horseman of the apocalypse. Even the Denver airport seems to play into these conspiracies.
The Expressionless, an urban legend that gained traction on creepypasta, and this is how it goes.
Ah, yeah. The lady that I am God. That's nice. Imagine how mad God must be if God was a woman. Which would make sense because God is the creator of all, is announced as a creator of all life. So it being a woman actually makes more sense, though. That kind of makes more sense, though.
I imagine a god. If there was one, it'd be genderless.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably be able to morph, to be
I
fair.
imagine it just be like a blob of
Everything.
celeste and yeah, just one atom of everything that exists in the universe.
Ah, so my toe is in. Good to know. Good to know. It's my big toe. And then that big toe acts like a starfish and it grew the entirety of me. Ah, yes. I am one piece of everything. Forgot about that whole joke. Technically, you can't prove that I'm not. Because you don't see any. You can't see me. No?
Again, it's good.
It could just be all internally. Could be internally. Could be very small pieces of everything, and it would be fine.
How do you think we know about atoms?
Well, like, you can't prove it personally. Like, you could go and say, ooga booga. You could run me, you could examine my atoms. And my cells. Not you, but like, you know, the human race could, and then you could prove it, but you can't prove that right now. You do not have an ability to do such. Neither do you have the technical degree to understand it completely enough to distinguish.
Hospital wearing nothing but a white dress covered in blood.
I think I do.
She had the fluidity of a human, but the face of a mannequin. And for some reason, there was a kitten clamped between her teeth, spewing blood down the front of her. She took the kitten out of her mouth, threw it on the floor, and collapsed. She was taken into a back room to be sedated, and seemed extremely calm, until it was time to sedate her. That's when she lashed out, and 2 nurses had to hold her down. She then turned to the doctor and smiled, showing her razor-sharp teeth. The doctor, in shock, asked, "What are you?" She signaled him down to her as if to whisper in his ear, and then latched onto his neck and ripped out his jugular with her teeth. And while he lay on the floor suffering, she leans over top of him and says, "I am God." She has never been seen since then, but supposedly one of the nurses that survived the incident stopped her.
That is the fakest thing I've ever heard.
It is.
She didn't even
There was
try
a witch's
to
circle
make it
in the
believable.
cemetery.
No, that's a thing that's been floating around. It's not that, it's just a retelling of it. There's stories without the kid and stories without him actually dying. There's stories of her just going and whispering in his ear saying, "I'm God, bitch." It's very funny.
Follow a winding spiral path to the top of the hill. It is called the Witch's Circle because of the perfect circle formed by the tall cedar trees. Not only do the trees form the circle, but oddly the headstones surrounding the circle are facing the center. As you enter the circle, you can feel the breeze pick up at the higher elevation.
It's not a perfect circle.
It is said that at night, an unseen spirit will whisper the date, time, and cause of your death in your ear.
Ever try this curse on anyone? To do the mind control curse, you first have to write down your name on a piece of paper with your eyes closed. While your eyes are still closed, imagine yourself in a room with someone you want to mind control standing
No.
in your imagination, you must now tell them what to do and imagine
okay.
them doing exactly as you ask. Now open your eyes and look at the paper. If you successfully manage to write down your name without a mistake, your mind control powers will now activate. But be warned, if your name is written down with mistakes, you will notice people will now ignore you more than ever before. Are you brave enough to try this? Like this video, follow my account for more.
So dumb. What is that?
What?
Cursed object?
This person was zooming in on something that looked like a bag, but it was playing "Hail to the no, 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 hail to the no, no, no."
Like, you have to pause those videos of Blip watching.
No, he was just shaking it. His hands were shaking so much, and he was like, he's probably a good quarter mile, not a quarter mile away. He's probably like a good 1/10 of a mile away from it. It was like a couple blocks away from him, and he's like, "Ugh."
This is of the Curse of the Crying Boy painting. This painting was originally done by Giovanni Brazilin in the 1950s.
Oh my god, it's taken so long to get here. I'm joking. This is gonna be fun once I actually get here. I'm sure that I'm being very entertaining for the stream. Definitely an entertaining one. Yep.
When people went into the ruins of the burned down houses, they found that the Crying Boy painting was completely untouched.
You can get like an auto moderator for your streams and stuff.
From that time.
Nah.
Be quiet, man.
It's not like it's useful.
Well,
it's not like it's actually useful. Yeah, it's not like I don't care.
It can also prevent certain words from being said.
Again, I don't care.
Don't ever play the Red Book game. Red Book is a game where you use any book that you like to contact a ghost. To play this game, you must first close your eyes and place your hand on a book and say, "Red Book," and then enter the game. With your eyes still closed, you must now pick any page in the book.
Stabilizer on and off, and ship controls.
This is the ghost response, which is probably
history of Helltown, USA.
Why would you name that such?
The government came and started seizing their homes for the National Conservation Project. At the time, Gerald R. Ford claimed they wanted to make it a sanctuary. Immediately after seizing the homes, the government just boarded up the doors and windows and left them vacant, never turning it into a national conservation. Shortly after seizing the homes, Helltown, also known as Boston, Ohio, the government built an underground bunker and began doing human experiments. Then, on one dreary day in 1975, alarms began to sound in Helltown and the surrounding areas. Evacuate. Many speculate an experiment gone wrong got loose. Somehow, it got out the 3-foot thick steel door you see here. Whatever it was, they had trouble catching it. So that night, they took 3 unsuspecting volunteers. They told them they were running a military reaction time experiment. That when they need rescue, just shoot off the flare and we'll be there. They quickly realized this was no drill, too.
Listen to the end if you want to know how to meet this monster. La Lechuza, or Owl Woman, was the evil witch who practiced the devil's magic. When the town...
The entire point of a witch is to practice magic powered from hell. That's literally the entire point, you brainless tumor.
Found out, they hunted her and then murdered her.
Good.
She wanted her revenge, so she
deserves
came
it.
back from the dead as a shape-shifter with red glowing eyes and murdered everybody that had hurt her. According to those who have seen her and
Really
survived,
basic,
she
isn't it?
comes in at night,
Yeah.
swoops in, and
As are all most lore and as are all most folktale lore, and then it gets diverted into more garbage.
and whistle 3 times.
I can't whistle.
Tell me what happened and good luck.
Why would you want to do that?
I didn't hear what he said. I didn't whistle a blue air out of my face.
No, I said I can't whistle. Why would you want to summon her? Such an awful
Oh,
idea.
I see. Do you have to whistle in that tune?
You have to whistle 3 times every night for like a month or something. That's what he said. So stupid. He said you have to whistle 3 times every night for like a week or a month or something. Dumb. That's creepy.
Seems a little obsessive.
Yeah. Excessive, yeah.
Ghost stories from around the world. England, the brown lady of Raynham Hall. Once there was a lady named Dorothy Walpole.
It's because she wears a brown dress. It's not because she's black or
and would
brown.
not allow her to see her children at all. It was said that when she was 40, she either starved to death or was pushed off of the grand staircase.
I heard
However,
smallpox.
the cause was covered up, and it was said that she died of smallpox.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, she didn't rest in peace. Her ghost is still seen by many, including visitors to Raynham Hall today. This is a photo of her ghost that was caught on camera by a magazine photographer. It
Okay.
shows a figure gliding down the...
So there was two separate break-ins, right? Not two. There was 3 separate break-ins of a memorial for like a, what is it called? They're big buildings inside of cemeteries that host like families. I forget what they're referred to as. My brain is not working. I forget what they're called. But over 3 separate times, over the course of what I think it was 1925, 1985, and then 2005. They were all the 3 people that were in there were all their, whatever that thing is called. That's like a building inside of a cemetery, and then it stores multiple people, things that they like, belongings, and kind of stuff like that. I forget what they're called. Over the course of, I think 80 or so years, from 1925 to 2005, 3 times they were broken in. First time was 1925, then 60 years later, it was 1985. And then 20 years later, in 2005, there was 3 different events, 3 different people, 3 different dead bodies messed with, right? 60 years in between, then 20 years in between. Think about that. That connection is bad.
What place do you store your personal belongings and dead people?
No. Okay, so like things that they enjoyed, things that were close to them in life, and they store it with them in death. I forget what they're called. They're like big. No, like if you ever go to a cemetery and you see those big, like big buildings inside the pyramid area, and it's not just a gravestone. That's what I'm talking about. I forget what it's called. My brain does not remember.
I think you're thinking of some sort of thing you heard on TikTok, and you have no idea what it is. That was probably a lie, because I'm pretty sure those don't exist.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know if the story I'm referring to is true, but I know know the thing I'm referring to is. I just forget what they're called. Mausoleum. I'm an idiot. Talking about mausoleums. My brain is non-existent, everyone. Thank you, brain. No, no, no. No brain for you.
Where Dorothy either fell or was pushed to her death. Did you know that it's actually pretty easy to create false
Yes.
memories? When we recall past memories, we're not actually remembering the original memory. We're remembering the last time we recalled that memory. So, over time, we can accidentally modify a memory leading to a false memory.
That's good. Man on plane caught this humanoid being flying next to it. That's not cool. I don't know if that's true, but it doesn't look extremely fake. Just looks mildly fake, so probably still fake. It's probably like a big jellyfish or something.
These are the 3 real ways to survive a Wendigo. Number 1, if you hear a scream outside at exactly midnight, do not go into the forest.
Why would you
Number
go
2,
into the
if
forest?
you are walking alone at night, make sure you don't accidentally cut yourself.
Yeah.
Wendigos can smell even the smallest amount of blood, and it will draw them to you. And number 3, if you are trapped by a Wendigo, the only way to kill it is by burning it alive.
Yes, that is known. All of those are known. Don't go into the forest, it's its home terrain. It smells you like a blood rat. It smells you like a bloodhound. And it burns Baby Burns Disco Inferno style. Wendigos.
What does? Oh, Wendigos.
The whole folklore of them is that
I feel like
concept.
some guy in the forest just saw a really pale person and said,
Maybe actually. I mean, it comes from Indian tribe folktale, and then it got kind of the whole antler thing is a big old lie. They don't have antlers.
yeah, they probably just saw a really pale European in the forest going to the bathroom and got freaked out.
Well, it's also supposed to be really, really, really tall, like 9 feet tall. I guess it could. It was. It could have been like a Viking. Could be a tall Viking. That'd be hilarious, because I mean, the tale predates Europeans landing. It predates England, not Vikings. But that was in that's in Canada, like low Canada, in the kind of Wisconsin area. Pretty much everything above, pretty much everything California and above, like above California on that line, on the California-Oregon border. It's pretty much everything above that.
skin than there are living on this planet. Yeah, that's something you want to do.
Well, that's a paradox, though, because they're technically living on the planet because you're living on the planet, so that's a lie. I know he meant, like, there are more living on your skin than there are living on the planet, but those are microorganisms. Calling them alive is very... It's a stretch.
They are alive. They're not sentient, but they are alive.
Yeah.
So plants are just bigger.
Yeah. I mean, they can feel pain. I'm sure those don't feel pain extremely. Small organisms like that.
Fighting each other on our skin.
Some. Others just eat all the dead skin off of us. And say non-tasty. See, I don't understand why people are scared about that. Like, why? It doesn't matter.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, it's not like you freaking out and having a panic problem and not doing anything.
In some cases.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're the ones that'll start eating your brain, I'd start panicking. But like, what? I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's eating my fish, when it's just taking some dead skin off.
By the time you figure out it's eating your brain, you probably wouldn't be
brain functional.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a thing. Okay. Little tip for anyone who goes into a lake: never go to a steady body of water that is not purified. That sits there. There's a bacteria that can go in your brain, and if you drink any of the water from it, it goes in your brain and so it just eats it. Takes about a week and you die.
If you inhale it. If you drink it, because your nose is a direct pathway to your brain.
Yeah.
Your mouth isn't.
Well, your mouth and your nose are connected.
Yeah.
But I think it's nose to the mouth, not mouth to the nose, if I remember right. Because the nasal drip thing, I have a nasal drip issue with my nose, because it doesn't make sense. Then all the backup nasal garbage goes into my lungs, and then I cough it out. That mixed with asthma is why I can't breathe. It's nice. It's pretty cool. Alright, career job for 1 billion buckaroos. Thank you. By 1 billion, I mean 108, which is fine with me.
$108 or 108 billion?
108,000. What, did they give me another one? At a Rye Hub, huh? Eh. I don't know, that doesn't seem like a good deal for me. That'd be a far distance to travel just to go and eat some toast. They're asking me to do another mission, and while the one I just got was nice and all, I mean, you know, I don't really want it. I think I'll just choose one that's here. I mean, I might go back, but... I don't want to kill a terrorist. I'm good, Chief. Mostly because that terrorist is probably going to kill me. Wait, how much storage do I have now? I have 16. Okay, so I can do this mission. Boom time of bauxite. Okay. How far away is it? Can I plot a route to it? I can, and it's not too far away. It's only, what, 4 or 5 jumps away? Okay, I'll take it. For me to basically double my money. Okay. There you go, and it's pretty much on autopilot the entire time. Well, not on autopilot per se, but it's pretty much automatic. Just press a couple buttons, and that's about it. Alright, sure, we'll go and do that, and then move up, and then Zuang, and we are going to jump. Yep. Yeah. Alrighty. Jump shift drive charging. Frame shift drive charging. So there's two different things. There's frame shift and then there's jump shift. If I remember, if I'm speaking correctly. One of them just makes you go from one edge of the galaxy to the other. It says Unga Bunga moment. And then the other, you have to follow space lanes. I technically have both, but to use the one that makes you go from one side of the galaxy to the other is really, really expensive. And you pretty much can only do it with fleet carriers or other giant ships like that. And it's really pricey to do. It's the stuff you want to do when you're getting shot at by a giant big boy ship or a big boy station.
Probably find an infinite money glitch within the week by accident.
Maybe. There was a thing that people did where they brought these I'm assuming younger, newer users out into the middle of nowhere, right? And they basically forced them to mine for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't they wouldn't let them go home. They'd have to restart their entire game if they could, because they couldn't get back, right? Their ships weren't they weren't outfitted to get back into any known region of space. So they basically the way fleet carriers work is they're like a station that you can move, right? Other people can dock on your fleet carrier and trade with you, and you can have your own trade prices and things like that, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah. But these people on PC decided it was a great idea in their infinite wisdom to go and say, no. They had the mining. Yeah, PC.
What's PC?
Computer? What?
Well,
what do you know?
I know what PC a PC is. But what do you mean a PC?
I said on PC. These people on PC. I said on PC. You are completely dumb. You need to grow ears.
Clearly am not.
You clearly are. You didn't hear me. You're very dumb. You should grow ears and or eyes and maybe a brain cell while you're at it. Alright. Please don't crash into the sun. I don't want to today. No thank you. Alright, I'm gonna have some heat problems, but that's okay. I'm getting some lit back. 2, 1, engaged. Hilarious. Anyway. Fries. Warning. Taking heat damage. Yes, I know I'm taking heat damage. My ship looks like melting spaghetti. Gunner, fighter, multi-crew, SRV, fighters, helm, yeah. All this stuff's pretty useless since I'm on a ship that can only hold like one more person. It's very small. There's I think the biggest ship is the Imperial Cutter or the Type 9 transport, depending on what it is. The Imperial Cutter is just, I'm gonna kill you. The Type 9 transport is just a transport for everything. Carries billions of cargo. I think there's a thing called, I think the Anaconda is kind of like a mixy multi-purpose, which makes sense, kinda. Hello, no monster. Get in here, you gremlin child of mine. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Get in the car. Alright. I will return momentarily. Should have enough to jump. Oh, well, surprising. I'm not dead. I thought I would have been dead. Oh well. Hello, I'm not dead, which is shocking, honestly. That's bad, that's bad. Come on. Okay, good. Go off to the side here, and we'll fuel scoop for a little while I'm looking at the map. I think this is the area I needed to deliver it, which it is. Good. Alright. Alright, let's just make a beeline. It's pretty close. Alright. Your brain has been disengaged. Yes, I understand. Alright, everybody. AKA SM. Hello, SM. Why are you garbage? Ah, you're garbage, I see. Okay, well. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is a very, this could be a fun or interesting game to play. I don't know if it would be. Who knows? It might be, might not be. Nah. I don't think that this is a good streaming game on here anyway. It might be a good thing to stream on Twitch. Might be a good Twitch streaming one. I don't know. Have to actually build a following of people who would care about what I make first, but you know, or even though I'm making it, to be fair, but yeah, you know, it's cool. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady slaps your face. All right. Extremely bored and boring and annoying. This game is okay. Right there. Adjusting course just a touch. We're going to go stop you. Second next fire panel. Sensor zoom. I don't know how far that is, but it's fine. Cycle next target. Cycle next target. That's the only target you see in. Okay, good. Good. Okay, that's where I'm trying to go in the first place, so good. Loading panel. Yep, good. That's good. Burnham. you little bonk brain. Oh, hello. Wait, did you get hurt, buddy? You get hurt, buddy? Oh, no, you just got a sticker in your fur. Oh, good. You okay now, man? Good. Good, that's good. Hey, no, man. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I want a cat hug. He runs away from me. Cats. They don't understand anything you're doing, but they like to think you do. Okay, well, getting closer, lining up on the session. This would be a fun game to play in VR, but I'll be also extremely terrified. And also, I don't have a PlayStation VR system, so get roasted me. Roasted me. No, I don't care for your brief safety demonstration. No one cares. See ya, Storm. Hello, children. I'm gonna say hello with 3 L's. Makes sense. I'm very bored. I might restart a stream on Borderlands pre-sequel. Sounds like a good idea. I might just play through the game myself, since Sutageto doesn't have enough time, and I can't wait till the weekends, because I only got it one day that I can be on sometimes on the weekends and nights. So yeah. No one's watching this, and I'm pretty much talking to myself, but it basically gives me a reason to talk to myself, so I like talking to myself, so I like talking to myself a lot, because then I can just say whatever I want, because it really don't matter what I want, because I can just do whatever I want, whatever I want, what I want to see, what I want to do, what I want to think in my brain. What I want to think and what I want to do is what I kind of do. I don't know, just kind of do what I want. No matter. If anyone sees me, I don't really care if they stay, don't really care if they go. This isn't Hotel Trivago, so you can, I don't know. Really doesn't matter. I discovered a bar mat. That's nice. Let's get the Big D scanner, which is such a hilarious joke. Everyone knows it, and it shows it. Yeah. Alright. Going too fast. Calm thyself. That's annoying. Well, that's great. Pressing button to disengage. 3, 2, and Wilson 1. Alright. How far off am I? That's quite a small distance. Alright, I'm not re-jumping for that. You're gonna have to deal with it. I know it's boring. Most of this hour has just been me flying around doing absolutely nothing. But if I can find some, I will definitely try to get into some combat. Because that is actually...
As saddening as this is, it is said that women are 2 times more likely to suffer from basic depression than men are. And a lot of people say it's probably from hormonal differences or social roles, but I'm not really sure. 2 actors who played Judas during a biblical production died after accidentally hanging himself while playing Judas's part. Now that's strange.
Here's some of the scariest things that have been caught by YouTubers. Part 2. A YouTuber named Yusuf Ahmadi and his friend were told by one of his followers to explore an abandoned building that had satanic symbols inside. Intrigued, he managed to evade security and get in. Then the duo started looking around. When they entered the property, they both felt uneasy and smelled something foul coming from inside the building. After circling the building, they found an open window with a ladder underneath it. However, the ladder had dark red stains on it, as well as the window ledge. He still continued to climb the ladder to get inside, and that's when he found it. There was what looked to be a dead body covered with a white sheet stained with blood. They quickly ran away, and while doing so, found another body hanging from the tree. They escaped unharmed and called the police, and no further updates have been given. Here are some of the scariest urban legends. One night, the parents of a 16-year-old girl finally let her stay home alone while they went out for the evening. The girl was thrilled as she had the whole house to herself and spent the majority of the time watching TV with her dog. When 11 o'clock hit, the girl decided to get some sleep, so she climbed into bed and fell asleep quickly. A few hours later, she awoke to a dripping noise coming from the bathroom. She lowered her hand down beside her bed to let her dog lick her hand, which it did, and she eventually fell back asleep. Around 3 a.m., she awoke again to the same dripping noise coming from the bathroom. She yet again lowered her hand beside her bed, but found that her dog was not there. Curious, she entered the bathroom to find her dog completely mutilated, hanging in the shower, dripping blood onto the floor. On the mirror, she found a note written in blood that read, "Humans can lick too."
I don't care if you scan me. What?
But what happened was they were going to try to board every single neighborhood up. But at that point, they just said, screw it. I guess the city or whatever, they said, screw it, we're just going to leave it here. They stopped boarding it all up, and they just ditched it and left. So you can see the board, the plywood is still here. I'm going to try to find, we're just going to walk through one of the front doors, guys. Here we go. I mean, I think they're in, like, duplexes. It seems pretty standard. There's the toilets here. I don't think that's where the bathroom was or where it belongs, but okay. Pretty standard kitchen, but still a decent layout. I mean, I'm assuming the Navy was paying for their housing. They're in a great neighborhood. Hey, let's get out of here.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Alright. We have returned to what's the superpower is the Empire, I believe. So the Empire likes me, which is a good thing, but Lauren's Legion itself doesn't really like me, which is unfortunate. But I think the biggest problem I had with them. Can I pay off my thing here? Maybe. Ah, I can't. Good. I just want to get it over and done with. I don't care. I don't want to pay it extra for no reason. Which I've had that unfortunate thing happen before, which I didn't like doing. I kind of want to try to assassinate this guy, but he's elite. Yeah. It's not worth it to do. Not worth the risk on it anyway. I could try it, but just the fact that I am so weak in comparison probably just wouldn't do it in the name of democracy, huh? That's not too bad. Patrons principles. It's harmless. Meh. I want to get some form of challenge, which would be nice. That seems a little bit too much. Is it? It's expert, yeah. Assassinate an elite pirate? No. Expert. Imperial Navy strike, huh? Not bad. Where is it? It's in HIP. It's in HIP. Apply system. Two jumps away. Not bad. Alright. I'll take it. It's only 2 pirates. Should be simple. Alright, let's go. This is probably going to be really easy, but I mean, it's some form of fighting, and we're not going to die from it, so that's nice. See, I don't, you know, the concept that I'm not gonna die might not make it cool enough, because, you know, ooh, let him die, because he's bad at the game. Yeah, I know that's funny and all, but, you know, I like to actually win some things sometimes. It's somewhat nice. Until that's finished, I guess it'll just jump. See where it gets us, eh?
Can you shut the door? I'm really lazy.
Can you shut the door? I'm really lazy. Thank you, Ghost.
Hey, something traumatic happened that changed my life, Chet.
Can you see it? What the fuck? They were not there before, dude. Nah. No, fine. Keep fucking going.
They want you to purposely stop.
That's weird.
Now, dude, keep going. Now.
Weirdos.
Yeah, keep going.
Fuck that.
If you...
Mission objective detected, huh? Nice. Alright, let's go see if we can see any of those points then. Eagle, scanning, harmless, David, wanted. Ah, nice. Mission target. Alright, come here, buddy. I'm working on it. Oh, I'm getting interdicted now, huh? It's not a smart idea, but okay. It's really not a smart idea. Mostly because I'm gonna not get caught by it, but okay. Simple. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Here, I'll just fail it because I don't want to have to track you down. That do things better for you? Here you go, bud. Alright, pulse lasers out, deploying. Firing systems, locking on to enemy target, assisting systems. Alright, let's go get This guy, you don't have, I don't have anything that you would want, son. Sorry. But you do have death, which I would love to apply to you, sir. Here you go, sir. Pretty easy. That's why I don't want to fight this, is because he's already dead. There you go. Already gone. Easy mode. Yeah. Got it. Meh, better than nothing. Okay, that's part 1 of it done. Yeah, okay. Alright there, buddy. Let's go and find another one. I bet you are.
Do you scare easily? Swipe on. In 1989, a woman started hearing strange banging sounds in her walls and in the ceiling. Suddenly disappears. The other, who didn't have a flashlight, starts using the flash on his camera to illuminate the attic. And he takes one of the most famous pictures in paranormal history. His partner,
Two pirates. I got one more. Hey, Snowmonster. Alright, let's go cycle targets, I guess. Scanning. Ah, he's safe. He's a good guy. Surprising. Kinda wanna kill him. He doesn't really have anything. Could have something in there, but eh. Yeah, he's clean of anything. Which is strange indeed. Doesn't make me go any faster. Orca. Clean. Eh. Ew. It's annoying. Holler, what is this thing, huh? Ah, that's what I heard I was looking at. Water World. Some Authority Master. Yeah, I don't see nothing. It's annoying. I'm really bad at these finding missions, which is unfortunate. I was hoping it would just be, oh, you gotta see this guy right here, kill him. I was hoping it'd be at the same time, you know. Makes it a wee bit easier. This is supposed to be a shipping lane, so I'm thinking, maybe. Not close enough to get into scanning range, unfortunately. No thank you. Alright, let's do a pass around. We'll go get there eventually. And let's see. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? If what I'm looking for is here or not. If I'm just insane. Expert. Probably clean. Yeah, is out of my cycle. Out of my system. Area. What is this thing? Doesn't really tell me what it is. It's it's like, it's mentioning it like it's a ship, but I can land there. Is it like is it a carrier station? Some sort? Hello, animal. Why? 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 Why are you doing this to me? Why, animal? Please, cat. Why? Why? You don't have to do this. Please. Please don't. Please don't, cat. Thank you, cat. I'm glad that I ignored you long enough and that worked. That's very surprising. But it worked, so I guess so. What is this thing? I do not know. Guess we'll see. Oh, so this is an objective that I was supposed to go to. Good. That's good. That's a mega ship. Oh. I don't think I'm supposed to be shooting this thing. Get full power on engines. Alright. Get the scan if I can. Data link scanner. D-scan, and then the data link scanner. Let's slow it on down. Yeah, okay. Let's retract the guns. I don't think I'm supposed to be shooting this thing. There's a lot of garbage around here, though. This is like a fleet, I'm assuming. This is the whole fleet thing that it was talking about, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of ships here. Pretty sure if I opened fire or crashed into this thing, I would die immediately. Pretty sure. Alright. Right. Forgot it's so big it puts out its own mass. That's annoying. But accurate. Oh well. Let's zoom in on that thing. Ain't she a beaut? No, not really. Charging. 1. Engaged. Hopefully we can find what I'm looking for here. It's just another hauler. Ah. You're harmless. But are you clean? You are not clean, sir. Which means I'm gonna have to take you in with force. Yeah, you're not gonna live, trust me. Yeah. not gonna be escaping me for too much longer. I'm pretty sure you and I have the same ship, actually, so you shouldn't be escaping me, per se. I mean, I'm going on full engine max out, but I mean, that doesn't really do anything in Super Cruise. Which is annoying, because you're getting farther and farther away from me. But okay, game. Eventually I'll catch up to him, I'm sure. Uh-oh. He's outpacing me. That's bad. Nope. He is now losing his pacing out. He's very slowly climbing instead of extremely fastly climbing. That's good. Alright, now it's dropping. That's great. Okay, we'll be able to interdict him in no time and shoot him up. Technically not a good thing to do, but morals, moral schmoral. We don't need morals and we don't need morals where we're going. Yeah, we're going there. Definitely, 100%. Alright. Don't slow down completely now. Just drop it a couple notches. He's catching it up all over again. Yeah, you're losing it now. I'm just gonna keep it at a steady dropping pace, though. That's a steady gaining pace. Alright. Good. Getting pulse cannons out. Firing up beam lasers. Resetting. Yeah. Trust me, I do. You're pretty useless. Not gonna lie to you. Sorry, bud. I'm not really sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry. That's for sure. Definitely am not sorry at all. Not even a little bit. Goodbye, sir. Out of range. That's not cool. You shouldn't be getting out of range on me, bud. On me, Buster. Yeah. we go. Nice. Alrighty. Once we've completed the contract in the Barmot, Burnham Orbital and Barmot K. Alrighty, let's go to it then. In the Barmot system. System mapping. I'm gonna go down here. Plot route. And we shall go. Frameshift drive charging. That was interesting. Kept running from me, but it was interesting. Anywho, I guess that'll be doing that. Yes, align with celestial targeting.
Who was in total shock had been lifted off the ground and tied to one of the beams. That was the last night the woman ever stayed in the house. However, it's still being rented out today, but nobody stays longer than 1 or 2 months.
Yeah.
Now, if your kids say they see faces at their bedroom windows at night,
Believe
Doctor recommends you might want to believe them. In 2016, a young girl tells her parents she doesn't want to sleep in her bedroom anymore. She says it's due to the deformed man that stands at her window every night and watches her while she sleeps. In her fear, the girl sets up this booby trap to her bedroom door with a noose that's attached to a weight. The father's really frustrated about this booby trap because it can really hurt someone, but he allows her to keep it because it makes her feel safe. In August of the same year, the girl screams out to her dad because the man's there again. The father goes outside to check it out, but when he doesn't return, she sets the bedroom door trap. As she hears the footsteps come down the hall, she starts to panic. She screams at the sight of the deformed man in her doorway. As her trap wraps around this man's neck, her mum smashes the guy in the back of the head with a bat. When police later arrive, they're mortified to find the father's decapitated head at the front door. They later find the man they've captured is wanted for rape and murder of 3 other girls in the same state.
These are 3 short horror stories. My wife woke me up last night to tell me that there was an intruder in her house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. I begin tucking my son into bed, and he tells me, "Dad, check for monsters under my bed." I look under the bed and I see him, another him. He is crying and tells me that there is a monster on his bed. Sarah was in her room when her mother yelled her name, so she started heading down. When she got to the stairs, her mother put her into her room and she told her, "I heard you too." Then someone started knocking at the door, yelling Sarah with her mother's voice.
Okay, if you've ever heard screaming or shrieking sound in the middle of the night, it might be this woman. Her name is Beth. Said to originate from Ireland, but can affect people all over the world. The story of Banshee goes that she screams in the middle of the night when a death is about to happen. And usually this death could be gruesome, such as murder or dying in a horrible car crash. In other posts that I found online, it says that she does bring people to their death by screaming because people are more likely to go investigate where the scream is coming from. If you hear her screaming, it is important that you do not go towards her because sometimes she may appear to be a young, beautiful woman or an old, ugly hag. Regardless, she does have silver hair. Silver, long hair. So if you hear screaming in the middle of the night, it might be her.
Whether you believe this video is real or not, it is undeniably scary. In 2003, guests at a hotel started calling the front desk about a screaming woman on the 2nd floor. So the security guard went to go have a look. As he's making his way upstairs, the dispatcher tells him it's room 209, and no one's checked into that room. When he gets outside room 209, he hears it too. Take a listen. The security guard is visibly shaken, but finally musters the courage to go into the room to investigate, only to come out seconds later with a terrifying report. No one knows what happened in room Room 209, and despite numerous investigations, no one's debunked this footage. Over the years, the hotel has had dozens of noise complaints from that room.
Lexi? 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 Hey. Stop staring at me like that. Alexis! Yo, you're trying to freak me the fuck out. Mom! 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 Stop! Why are you crying? Hello? Lexi? Mom! She's just standing here staring at me. It's crazy.
Top 10 scariest creepypastas that might freak you out. Part 6. Number 5. This one's called Lightning.
That's
It's
weird.
about a boy and his father moving into a new house on the night of a big storm.
Ow.
Now, the little boy loves
My
lightning,
foot
talks
has
about
now
it
been
every day,
annihilated.
But he loves it a little too much. He talks about it for the next few nights in a row. In the morning, he wakes up and tells his dad all about the lightning the previous night. But his father says there are no more storms, it was just a dream from the first night. The day after that is when the horror part starts. The next day, the dad's reading the paper and there's an article in the newspaper. A man was arrested for taking pictures of little boys through their windows at night while they were sleeping, while using flash photography. It gets worse when the next day the little boy runs up to his dad and says, "Dad, there's no more lightning." Dad says, "Oh, I must have, I guess, died down." And the boy's like, "No, now it's in my closet." Number 4, the girl in the photograph. At school one day, this boy finds a photograph on the grass outside of his school. It's a picture of the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. She had blonde hair and was doing a peace sign, and he wanted to find her. More in part 7.
I don't know why there's an EDM drop on that. That's weird. No one needs a stupid EDM bass drop on a on an Earth being. No, you.
About a week or so, just after a family had finished the renovation on their bathroom, their daughter was having a bath. Everyone in the family was a bit creeped out by this new bath, because every time someone was using it, they felt like someone was watching them. They felt really creeped out. As she was
Do you feel really creeped out? Bet you do.
water, she felt someone hold her down. She struggled and panicked, and when she opened her eyes and came up, there was no one there. Freaked out by this, the next day she headed down to the antique store where her parents purchased the bath. When she told the lady about the bath, the lady said, "Not again." She told the girl about the horrific story of the woman who owned the Clawfoot bath prior, and how she had drowned all of her children in that bath after going crazy. The girl sprinted home as fast as she could. When she got home, she found her sister upstairs. She was in the bath. When they finally broke down the door, it was too late. Her sister was gone.
5 fun horror movie facts that live in my mind rent-free, Conjuring Edition. The film was originally going to be called The Warren Files because it's based on a true story of an Ed and Lorraine Warren investigation. The real Lorraine Warren makes a cameo in the film in the opening scene when they're teaching a class. The current owners of the house that they used to film it actually sued the producers after the movie was released because they got a lot of vandalism and threats. Screenings in the Philippines had to be blessed by priests after several people experienced very negative physical side effects to the film. At the end of the film, when Lorraine tells her husband Ed that she'd gotten a call from the priest about a case in Long Island, this is actually a reference to the Amityville case, which was the inspiration for the film The Amityville Horror.
If you ever feel something press against you while you sleep, you better hope it's not a kurubozu. Kurubozus are undead monks who, while training to become one, abused and violated their training. In order to survive, they must feed on the breath of humans, usually while that human is sleeping. They look like gray-skinned monks, but instead of kurubozu likes to hunt real-life monks out of pure jealousy. They also love to hunt women. They will sneak into their room at midnight while they're still sleeping and stick their tongue in their mouth and their ear. America. People have said that the creature smells like rotting fish or garbage, and if you were to smell it, you are sure to get sick.
This creature can be found on the Orkney Islands off the north coast of Scotland. It's the half-human, half-horse hybrid for me. Known as a Nuckelavee, this horse-like demon is from Arcadian mythology. British folklorist Catherine Briggs called it the nastiest of all of Scotland's Northern Isles demons. It's said the Nuckleavee's breath was thought to wilt crops and sicken livestock. Islanders were terrified of the creature and would not speak its name without immediately uttering a prayer. Often found in the vicinity of a beach, it will never come ashore if it's raining. It can't stand fresh water, so if it's chasing you, cross a river or a stream to get rid of it. The Nuckelavee is imprisoned during the summer months by the Mither o' the Sea, an ancient Arcadian spirit, the only one strong enough to control it. As with similar Scottish folklore, such as the Kelpie, it's probably an explanation for the events that islanders in ancient times couldn't understand. Many ancient myths were based around the turbulent and ever-changing sea around Orkney.
Serial killers who have never been caught and are possibly still on the loose. First, we have the smiley face killer who targeted at least 40 college male students. Each of these students had a high GPA, were very athletic, and were very smart overall. But then they accidentally drowned. When the police did more of an investigation, they suspected that these targets were drugged and then thrown in random water bodies. The creepy part about all of this is in at least 12 of these cases, a smiley face like this with the exact words were found on a tree or on a surface nearby. Next we have a serial killer who was called Charlie Chopoff. The reason he was called Charlie Chopoff is because he would target young males who were black, and then he would basically cut off their genitals and then stab them to death.
You will never want to be left alone at night again after watching this video. So this 10-year-old boy was left alone at home for the night. He was taking care of his mom's friend's dog. His mother told him that her friend would come over tonight to get the dog. The dog suddenly started barking while looking out the window. The boy tried to see what he was barking at, but it was pretty dark to see outside. He opened the front door and turned on the light. He saw someone in the garden bending over trying to pick something up, but suddenly his mother called him. He went back inside and answered the phone, and she told him that her friend wouldn't come tonight, but he told her that someone was already outside. She immediately freaked out and told him to run upstairs and hide, and he did exactly that. After a few minutes, somebody knocked on the door. He went downstairs and he saw a creepy face staring at him through the window. The boy screamed that the police is on the way, but the other guy didn't move. He kept staring, but the boy ran upstairs. After a few minutes, there was a knock again. This time it was the police. The police couldn't find the guy, but the worst part is that he could cut back.
Alright, should be landing.
This is a warning about a woman named Sosa. There's a legend about this creepy old woman who walks around the town at night looking for children who have run away from home. If she finds one, she grabs them by the hand and leads them towards her house in the woods, and nobody ever sees them again. Here's the creepiest part. People say she turns the children into soap. Some even say she makes the soap resemble children's hands. And when she's done, they say she sells the soap to the parents of the missing children. So parents in that area used to use this story to scare their children. So if their kids were out too late, they would say things like, if you don't get home before dark, Soap Sally will get you.
Ghost stories from around the world. Slovakia, the ghost of the Blood Countess. Once there was a girl named Elizabeth who was married off at 15 years old. But Elizabeth came from a very dark and disturbing family, especially her aunt and uncle who instructed her in Satanism. Then when she got married, she went to live with her husband in a castle. However, she instructed her husband to build her a chamber where she could abduct peasant girls and torture them. She would stick needles in their fingernails and cover them in honey so bees would eat them alive. She also often bathed and drank those girls' blood as she believed it would make her young and beautiful. She only ever really got caught because she stopped abducting peasant girls at one point and started abducting girls of noble status. Even today, you can visit this castle, but many people have reported hearing disembodied voices of young girls.
Well, yeah.
People have also reported seeing the ghost of Elizabeth herself still roaming the halls of her castle that she was imprisoned in until her death.
I could kill Mark Ward, who is a elite one. I mean, I'd probably die.
13th child of a witch. When she found out she was pregnant, she yelled, "I wish him to be a devil." When he was born, he started growing wings and a tail. He was growling and screaming chimney. What's crazy is that over 2,000 people have claimed to see the creature, with hundreds of them being credible witnesses.
Incredible, huh?
He has been portrayed as half man, half animal. The reason there's so many different versions of how he looks like is because whenever someone sees him, they run. All in all, the myth might not be real, but there is definitely a creature in the Jersey area. Let me know what you think it is in the comments.
The story's called Terrified to Go Home. Every day I come home from school, my father's a little different, but this week my father had been more off than usual. He was in a drunken haze and had the smile of a lunatic. But the thing that bothered me the most wasn't his smile, it was his eyes. They looked wider than humanly possible, as if his eyelids didn't stop where a normal person's would. They went so far back into his head, his eyeballs looked like they were about to pop out of his head. As I start to notice these strange things, he gets up from the couch and walks towards me. He stops about 6 feet away from me, and I realize one startling fact. He's not my father. With an axe in his hand, he starts to walk towards me. He grabs my hand and I rip it away and run for the door, but it's locked. Sprints towards me and grabs me around the neck, throws me to the floor, and begins slicing off my fingers one by one. As I watch my fingers fall to the floor, I hear him laugh. I break away and run for the door to struggle, but manage to get out. I'm terrified.
The creepiest urban legends from around the world.
Okay, let's search a good place for this. Let's go. Bertram. Date. Dangerous. Okay, I am in, well, that's a lot of places. That's not gonna help me very much. Okay, well, I might as well just try it. Okay, well, we are currently in, where are we? Galaxy map. We are in the system. We are in the Barmot system. Barmot system. Doesn't need to be all capitals. Baramot. I'm an idiot. Do I need 10 for the thing? Do I need 10? 3, yeah, 10. Are internal. Okay. That doesn't seem too bad, I believe. I'll take that. And then it's at the Errand Terminal. Errand Terminal, huh? Diesel orbital. Garb. Planetary map. What is this? No, it's a penal colony. It's an observatory. It's a base. Balmer Terminal. It's an observatory, penal colony. And some weird Bellingsham base. Balmer Terminal, huh? Well, that's not it at all. Is building on it? No, there is not. That's concerning. Okay. Let's go and search. No. Errand terminal. Wrong one. Okay. Okay, that was the wrong one. I'm dumb. Okay, what? There's no possible way for me to get there? You telling me such? Lift up, man. It's engaged now. I believe that's way too far a distance for me to jump. Out of mass lock. Oh, I can. Shockingly, I can jump past it. That's surprising. That is extremely, extremely surprising. Closest. And then the bestest. Alright, let's go and look into the area map, starting up system map. Errand to terminal, there it is. And speed and sidewind, and let's go. Let's do a bit of fuel scooping. I don't wanna. That was a big chunk of money. Wait, so we get up to 89? I'm probably gonna stop this once we get to this thing at the 2-hour mark. I don't want to go over 2 hours because of the weird glitchy thing that happened last time. Alright. That's good. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Oh no. Come on. Okay, I think we're good. Alrighty, and let's go. Jump now. Right, has to get outside of the orbiting. Let's get to the escape vector. It is. It is. It is. Engaged. Yes, I know. You're fine. Alright. Just up that up by little by little. Alright, we should be good now. Alright. I'll continue then. Ignore the info, but it's really, really outdated. Oh, there it is. I thought that would have taken longer. That's very surprising indeed. Okay. See, I'm very bad at this game. Hello. The one human. Oh, there they go. It's funny.
Once you're inside, press the 4th floor. Once you get there, don't get out. Press the 2nd. Once you reach the 2nd, press the 6th. Once you're at the 6th, press the 2nd. Once you're at the 2nd, press the 10th. Once you're at the 10th, press the 5th. Once you're at the 5th, a woman will enter. Don't look at her, don't speak to her. She's not human. Press the 1st, and if you start going up to the 10th floor, you've made it. When you get out, the woman will ask, "Where are you going?" Don't answer. You'll know you're there because you will be the only living thing in this world. But be careful, because it's hard to get back.
Today we're going to be continuing our series going over the craziest urban legends from every single U.S. state. And today the ones we got for you are insane. To start out, we have Colorado and the legends of Riverdale Road. This road behind me is located in Colorado, and it has so many horrible stories connected to it. It's believed that when you're on this road, you're actually on your way through the gate of hell. It's also believed that if you go at the right time of night, you will see the ghosts of slaves hanging from the trees. It's pretty terrifying. Next is Connecticut, and here we're going to talk about Hannah Cranna, also known as the Wicked Witch of Monroe. Hannah was a 19th century woman who gained the reputation of being a witch once her husband mysteriously fell off of a cliff one day. It was believed that Hannah bewitched her husband and this caused him to fall off a cliff, and it was also believed that she would cast spells on people that she didn't like. One of Hannah's final wishes upon dying was that she wanted to be carried by foot to her cemetery in her coffin, not on a wagon. Despite her wishes, they still took her down in a wagon and the coffin kept falling off, and no one knows why.
This is why some people are afraid of the Tooth Fairy. Now, most people know the Tooth Fairy as this sweet, fun-loving little fairy that will take your tooth and give you money in exchange. But there are some legends from Europe that go much darker than this. And these tales often involve witches who disguise themselves as the Tooth Fairy. Some kids are actually afraid when they lose their tooth, so they throw it out as soon as possible so a witch cannot find them. Because it's believed in some places that if a witch finds your tooth, she will be able to gain complete control over that person. So if she has that part of you, she will ruin your life. There's one English legend that tells of a witch named Jenny Greenteeth. She was a witch that was said to hide in scum-filled ponds to catch unsuspecting children. Now, parents would usually use this Jenny Greenteeth to frighten their children into obedience. And the pond scum in which the witch hides is said to resemble green teeth. So this story is used to encourage children to brush their teeth so they don't get gross teeth like the witch. Creatures and bad creatures. Part 1. This is a skin stealer.
The only description that we really have of these creatures are that they are tall and pale yellow creatures. They look like a humanoid figure with sunken eyes. Skin stealers are normally docile creatures, but they get aggravated when they get touched. Once they become aggravated, they hide down and kill their victim and then tear off their skin, presumably to wear on their own bodies as a sort of disguise. Explorers with long scars along their veins, neck, or chest may possibly be a skin stealer. Another way to tell is by looking at their blood. Skin stealers' blood is transparent. An easy way to remember this is by remembering the rhyme. Blood is red, he's not dead. Blood's not in sight, be ready to fight. These entities can be found on level 1 and 2.
The true story of a woman who helped over 600 other women poison their husbands. In 17th century Italy, women were still considered men's property. Marriages were pretty much always disengaged or financially disengaged. So your husband was considered to be much stuff. But when one woman was executed for killing her abusive husband, her daughter started a business of her own. Julia Tofana decided to start helping abused wives. She was a well-known makeup seller, so that helped her get connected with other women. She created and sold the Aqua Tofana. This was bled, belladonna, and a bunch of other ingredients. It had no color, no taste, and it was slow working, so it couldn't be detected. And she disguised this poison as makeup. Eventually, though, one of the clients had second thoughts and ended up ratting on her. Julia then confessed to helping over 600 women kill their husbands and was executed.
If you look at this monster, he will whip out your eyes with a whip made from a human spine. Dullahan, or the Headless Horseman, goes into different towns and will call out one person by their name. No matter what that person does, their soul will leave their body and they will immediately drop dead. He has a black horse and wears a black coat. He holds his own head
Locating Manor is the scariest haunted house in the world. It's so gruesome and graphic that I can't even put pictures of it on TikTok. Before going in, the participants must receive physical and mental evaluation. They are offering $20,000 to anyone who can complete the maze, and no one has been able to do that. And they currently have a wait list of about 30,000 people. Not only that, but the people inside that Manor are physically allowed to touch you and do things to you, so you have to sign a waiver prior to going in.
My name is Jessie B with 2 eyes. I'm here to tell you about all the creepy and strange things in this world. When you first see these pictures,
Hello, elite garbage. If you don't talk in 3 seconds, I'll live it. 1, 2, right now.
And anyone who has ever seen these forgotten statues in person say they get this very disturbing feeling around them. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's disturbing or interesting? And you can find more of these stories over on my YouTube channel.
Do you know what your biggest fear is? If so, don't look under your bed. Because the boogeyman knows it and will turn into your biggest fear. He can hide in your closet or under your bed.
That's
The
weird.
messier the room is, the more he can hide. Since the boogeyman doesn't know its true form, he scares himself when he sees his own reflection. The crazy thing is, almost every culture has its own version of the boogeyman. He has been used to scare misbehaving children into obedience by their parents. So if you have a messy room, my advice, you clean it up before you go to sleep. Tell me in the comments your version of the boogeyman. If you're a fan of monsters, scary stories, and lore, please like and follow this channel. Thank you guys.
This story's called We're Under the House. During a sleepover at a friend's house, a little girl noticed some strange things starting to happen. Every time she'd go into her friend's room, she'd get a cold chill. The doors around the house would start closing themselves. And she'd hear terrifying whispers of someone saying, "Please help me." That night, with little to no sleep, the girl goes to the bathroom in the middle of the night, only to suddenly see the reflection of a girl about the same age behind her. She quickly runs back to her friend's bedroom and gets into the bed that she was sleeping in. While laying there in the dark under the covers, she can hear someone breathing, and the door slammed closed. She quickly pulls the covers back and sees writing on the wall. It says, "Help me, we're buried under the house." The family would later be charged with the murder of their daughter and her best friend's twin sister, who was found buried under the back of the house.
Today we're talking about the Japanese urban legend Akamanto. Akamanto is a Japanese urban legend known to be either a spirit or a serial killer who lurks in bathrooms. The way that Akamanto typically appears in front of someone is if they go into the fourth stall in the bathroom. When in the fourth stall, you go for the toilet paper and realize there is none. And then you hear a voice ask you, do you want red paper or blue paper? If you choose red paper, you'll be stabbed until there's blood covering your entire body, making it look like you're wearing red as he is. If you choose blue paper, he'll suck all the blood out of your body, leaving you blue-faced and dead. Some methods of surviving Akamanto are by either answering, I don't need any paper, giving you a split second to run, or just not choosing the fourth stall in the bathroom to begin with.
Urban legends to haunt you. The clown statue. A few years ago, a mother and a father decided that they needed a break, so they wanted to head out for a night on the town. They called their most trusted babysitter, and when she arrived, their 2 children were already fast asleep. Later in the night, the babysitter got bored and she wanted to watch TV, but the only TV with cable don't have a clown statue. When a
picture of the creature began to spread on the internet in August of 2018. Trevor posted a picture of the creature with a description that he had dreamt of the horse beforehand. Many other photos began to pop up on the internet of Longhorse, and some telling more about the origins of the horse. Longhorse is actually seen to be a pure and harmless creature whose goal is to warn humans about upcoming dangers. He's able to travel in people's dreams, which is how he warns them. If you see or hear his neck crack in the dream, it's a message from him that's trying to warn you about something bad coming up. And bad things don't happen because of him. He's just there to warn you.
Today I'll be talking about an urban legend about goblins in Mexico. So in Mexico, there's this well-known rumor about goblins taking newborn babies out of their cribs and kidnapping them. And most of the newborn babies that were kidnapped by the goblins, also known as
Duendes in Mexico, they were usually found drowned in rivers or never seen again. And so kids disappearing was very common in Mexico, and they would just blame it on the goblins. So one night, this recently married couple that already had a baby was about to go to sleep. And so the mom had decided to put her newborn baby to bed, and the baby's name was Sonia. A few hours go by and everybody's asleep. The mother decides to check on her baby because she hasn't cried in a long time, and she thought that wasn't normal. And for the mother's surprise, the baby was missing, and she automatically knew it was the duende. The woman immediately woke up her husband, and they lit up a torch and woke up everybody in the town. Part 2 is up.
The creepiest urban legends from around the world, Part 1. Germany. Meat is murder. It was 1947 during the Hunger Years, and in post-war Berlin, a woman was walking through a crowd when she noticed a blind man with a cane who was struggling. She stopped and offered to help him, and he said he was trying to deliver a letter and asked her to deliver it instead. She agreed since it was on her way, and as she began to walk, she glanced back and noticed that the man was running away down an alley without his cane. She got a bad feeling and took the letter to the police, and when they went to the address, they found there were bags of human flesh, and the letter said, "This is today's serving."
Alabama Dead Children's Playground. Since 1822, this playground is located in Huntsville, Alabama. It was built for kids to play on while parents visited graves of their loved ones. It's said that the spirits of the children who were buried there come out to play at night. People claim to have seen orbs of light going down the slides and swings moving on their own. Some even hear voices and giggling. Some say the spirits include victims of child murders in the 60s, when it was rumored that the bodies were found where the playground was built.
Take a look at your old photos, for you might catch a glimpse of the man with the upside-down face. The upside-down man is one of the most meanest and evil monsters. He loves to cause pain and death in order to feed off that pain. Photos from the 1910s to the 1960s started appearing online, and they look just like tragic.
I've returned. So we're gonna buy this stuff here, and then after, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy. So 6. Get another. Okay.